like to take a moment to remember Stormy DeLavre, a Stonewall veteran that passed away last weekend at the age of 93. So, thank you all. So, my name is Kathy Marino Thomas. You may know me from Marriage Equality New York. We secured the civil rights for all New Yorkers to have a civil marriage license. It's good to see you all this evening. Many of you also know that I have a 14-year-old daughter. As a parent, I simply do not understand how someone throws their child into the street, regardless of the reason. I don't understand how a parent turns their back on a kid simply because they come out and they want to live their lives the way they really are. But in spite of what I understand and what I don't understand, over 3,000 kids are homeless every single night. More than half of them are LGBTQI. Funding for homeless services is an all-time low, and these kids have very few options. I don't even want to think about what they have to do to survive. Every night when my beautiful daughter falls asleep in her safe bed, I think about how many kids are out there that don't have that privilege. Having equal rights to civil marriage in our community gives our community respect and protection, certainly. But the fact is, it takes more than marriage equality to make our families and our kids equal in the eyes of the law and in society. It will take more for our kids to keep from killing themselves because they're being bullied for who they are. It'll take full equality under the law in all 50 states and in our federal government. It will take you and I, the adults in this community, to stand up and protect these children. As a mother, I'm heartbroken by these statistics. As an activist, I am outraged. As an adult in the LGBT community, I am responsible. It will take all of the adults in our community standing up and stepping in on behalf of these kids to improve this situation. Many of them don't have the power to vote yet. They don't have the power to stand up for themselves. They need us. They need us. We have an obligation to stand up and fight for them. We have an obligation to volunteer our services for youth programs throughout the city. Not only do we have to volunteer to help, we have to go to our elected officials and we have to use our power to vote to force them to do something to support these kids. So even if you're working on gender, even if you're working on marriage equality, even if you're working on full federal equality, even if you're focused on some other issue, you must participate and you must help. We cannot be another set of adults that turns our backs on these kids. We may not be their parents, but make no mistake, we're responsible for them. If you haven't stood up and helped out yet, you need to do that, and you need to do it today. The LGBT community has broadened and enriched our understanding of what family means. But we need to broaden it even further. We need to include our homeless kids. If so many kids are thrown out of their birth families for being LGBT, then we need to become their families. We must fight to protect them. We cannot allow them to remain in the streets without a shelter. So join me in standing up and being outraged and helping. Thank you.